Everyone. When we were given this assignment to find a technology tool that we could share with other administrators in higher ed, I immediately thought of my planning app. I'm asked all the time, how do you do it all? And probably you guys are asked the same thing. Between work and school, family, personal commitments, how do we do it all? Well, I use a planner app, Planner Pro, and I think that it can be incredibly helpful, and I want to share it with you. First, let's look at planning for higher education leaders. So rarely will leaders in higher ed only have one task list or one thing that you need to keep track of that you can easily keep in your head. I'm going to use myself as an example, though probably we could use any of us. So to give you an idea of what I have on my plate as far as different task lists, first there's work, and within work I have student undergraduate research that I manage, the Research Assistant Program, we call it SRAP, for faculty so that they can have student assistants for their research. I'm in charge of national scholarships for the university. I'm part of the Honors College, and I'm on several different committees at UWG. Then after work, I have school. I'm taking 2 classes each semester, and then of course there's research, as we all have an eye on that dissertation. So those are different tasks lists. And then I have my personal lists. I have a spouse, a daughter, extended family. We're dealing with taking care of a grandparent right now. I have friends, church. There's all these different commitments, and each of them come with a task list. They could all have their own to-do list. So it's just too much to keep in my head. And probably you guys have pretty similar lists yourselves, regardless of your position within higher ed. I also think about the president and provost here at UWG. They have administrative assistants who help to manage their calendars. So the higher up you are, the more task lists you're going to have, and the more organized you're going to need to be to manage it all. So if you don't already have an organizational system, this is a great time to find one, and hopefully this one that I'm talking about today can be something you can incorporate. Really quick, I just want to look at the benefits of keeping a planner, and this is not just for this app, this is for planning in general. Only 45% of the time that people spend at work is actually used for completing primary job duties. So a reminder from your planner and the perspective of not finishing your to-do list today can help you to stop wasting time, so you increase that percentage. Also, 40% of people who responded to a 2011 calendar study reported that they were using an electronic calendar. Now that's 2011, so I don't have research to back this up, but I would imagine that that number is actually higher now in 2017. And at that time, also 84% of people that were surveyed acknowledged that using a calendar was important to their daily lives. We've probably all seen this statistic before. I know I have a lot in the planning community that 50% of to-do list items are completed within a day and many within the first hour. But that got me thinking, what about the other 50%? Well, Cruz suggests that if you really want to get it done, put it in your calendar. It's not just about making to-do lists, well that is important. It's about actually keeping a calendar where you track your activities for the day. If it's not in there, it probably wasn't as important to you as you thought it was in the first place. In an effort of full disclosure, I will tell you that I am a traditional paper planner kind of person. I'll drag mine over here so that you can see it a little bit better. I have an area for work, an area for school, and an area for personal. I love my paper planner. But I'm talking about an app today because that paper planner is just not for everyone. Some people don't want to have to carry it around, but almost everybody does have their phone, their iPad, whatever. If you don't have your planner on you at all times, you usually have whatever that electronic device is, probably your phone. So a planning app is the perfect tool for professionals on the go. And I even like it for when I don't have my phone, when I don't have my planner on me, but I do have my phone. So Planner Pro first gives you a monthly calendar view so you can kind of get an at a glance, and that's really helpful for me. But what I use more is the weekly and daily layouts. So I want to drag this weekly layout into the recording so you can see a little bit better. So this weekly layout shows me my whole week, and this is actually the week that we're in now. You can see that it has timed events. I have tasks by priority, which we'll talk about more in a minute, and then I have lists that are just in notes that I can bring up. And all of these things sync perfectly. If you're using Google, it syncs to your Google Calendar. If you're an Apple person, the notes that you create will sync into your notes. So it all works together. It's great. So here's the daily view, so you can see a little bit better. I have tasks set by priority. I have lists. This shows me my whole day. It's fantastic. So why a planner app? Well, you can get notifications right there on your phone. You can keep track of work, school, and personal. And like I said earlier, as administrators, we have too much going on to remember it all. An app gives you essentially unlimited writing space, whereas a paper planner, you don't necessarily have that. So I'm going to leave you on my references and right at time. So I hope that you guys check out Planner Pro as an app and find that you're more productive when you're using it. Bye.